I'm so thrilled. I'm so excited to have you on the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm coming to you from the garage with my 1973 Chevy Nova, hence why I'm Amber Nova. From the garage, I'm geared up, revved up, always ready to tune up this podcast. So let's go.
Oh, I love it. I love it, Amber. And I actually wanted to ask you about your name, Amber Noah. It comes from your very own baby, Chevy Noah. How did you come up with this name? Was it very easy for you to pick Noah in your name? How did it happen?
So Amber is my real name, and
right.
Nova was always a nickname. I used to drive around my town back in Hilton Head Island. Beaufort, South Carolina was where I'm from, and people would always be like, "Oh, you're the girl with the Nova. You're Nova girl. You're Nova." And it was always a nickname. I was always the Nova because I've had two 73 Chevy Novas. I changed my own oil. I work on my car. I'm a girl driving a nice American muscle classic car because my dad taught me how to work on it. So yeah, Nova is just a nickname, and my daily driver, the car.
Right.
So that Amber Nova was just who I am.
That's incredible. It's not just a gimmick; it's just who you are. It's fantastic.
Yes.
How long have you owned this Chevy Nova of yours?
So this one going on a few years, 3 or so years. But my first 73 Nova I got when I was 17. 18, and then I restored it, sold that one, got another one.
That's perfect.
So I just souped it up. It's the first car I had, and it's the only car I've really had is classic Novas.
See, wow, that's incredible. So your father was a car mechanic. So
he still is a classic car mechanic. He restores American muscle cars. My dad lives in South Carolina. He's currently restoring a 69 SS Chevelle, blue, gorgeous.
Wow.
Big block motor. So yeah, my dad restores classic cars. He upkeeps people's cars, and that's what he does.
That's incredible. He must be so proud of you, to just take his profession into a new profession. That's the profession of wrestling. It must be incredible for him.
I think he's very proud because I got into wrestling because of my dad. Watching it growing up as a kid, he'd always have it on. He'd always want to show me, hey, check this out. And out of my other 4 siblings, I was the one that was really intrigued. So I think Dad is proud.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I figured it out actually. When I came to know that was your dad who got you into cars, I was pretty sure that it must be him who got you into wrestling as well. So did you visit his garage very often when you were growing up?
Yes, it was. It was always on Monday Night Raw, and growing up as a little girl, I'd always watch it. He took me and my sisters, my brother, we went to the wrestling shows, and it was great growing up watching, Batista and just all these people I look up to that now I work with. So it's nice.
It's crazy. So do your siblings still watch wrestling, or they've grown out of it?
Not really, no. They didn't keep up with it like I did.
They don't. So you're the crazy one, yeah?
I am. I'm the middle child, and I'm the crazy one,
Okay. So when you were growing up, at that time, women's wrestling wasn't, as what it is now. It wasn't really portrayed very well. So at that time, when you were younger, did you always know that you were going to go and, grow up and become a wrestler, or was it something that just came to your mind recently?
So growing up, I always thought, that can't be me, that doesn't happen for people like me, or I could never do something like that. It's a big dream, right? And finally, I was an EMT working medical transport back home, and I was talking with my fireman buddies and my partners, and I was like, there's a lot of young beautiful women coming up in wrestling at this WWE Performance Center here in Orlando, Florida. Paige, Sasha, Carmella, Bailey, and I'm like, and they're not the size of China, they're not jacked like Jazz, but these women are still competing and working their ass off and showing their athletic ability as real competitors and wrestlers in the ring. And I was like, the same age as me. I was like, all right, I'm geared up, I'm revved up, I'm going to Orlando. So me and the Nova, just a dream, and I started wrestling. And it is incredibly hard and incredibly painful, and it does not work out for everybody. But it's been working out for me. So I haven't gone back to being an EMT, and I've been wrestling now for about five years.
5 years. This is incredible.
Yeah.
So, of course, you worked as an EMT and you graduated from the Technical College of Low County. So, how was the experience? Working as an EMT. How would you compare it to being a wrestler? Which one was an easier profession?
Oh, I think getting into being an EMT was it's not easy. It's very difficult.
Definitely.
But I would work 24-hour, 36-hour shifts straight. And I didn't even drink much coffee or caffeine back then because I was younger and I didn't want to just drink all that stuff. So I was just running off of adrenaline, no sleep. And I was just helping people. And I really enjoyed helping people. And I learned so much. I met really good people. I had really good partners, the firemen and paramedics that I worked with.
Right.
I had to learn so much. And getting into pro wrestling, I will say, it was a whole nother ball game. Like, I'm worried about getting paralyzed, landing on my neck. I used to transport people that were paralyzed from accidents and conditions and medical stuff. So yeah, getting into wrestling was pretty hard, pretty painful. And it's so much, not just the physical. Pro wrestling is so much mental. It's all like just a lot of just mentally, what am I doing in the ring? I'm trying to win this match. I'm trying to show people my story and who I am, and it's just so much. So yeah, it was hard. Yeah, it's a hard business to get into.
Definitely. And I've always said that professional wrestlers are like real life superheroes. I mean, they're you can say that they're comic characters, but they're in real life, But EMTs, they're even bigger superheroes. They save people's life every day. So do you have any memory or any moment as an EMT which you still remember, any special moment that you can tell us about?
Oh man, special moments. Just, I guess, the looks on family members' faces when we transport their loved ones.
Right.
Just knowing that I'm helping and I'm making a difference. I don't know if I can recall just one specific moment. I mean, there's those days where I had like really great partners to learn from. I just, an overall experience every day, every patient, every person meant something, and it was a learning experience. And I even had a few patients that still kept up with me and still do, I think, over Facebook, and they're watching my journey. So
that's incredible.
It's pretty great.
That's incredible. Wow. And do you miss being an EMT? Like any day you wake up and you think that, gosh, I wish I was still an EMT.
Yes and no. I know that I couldn't work 24-hour shifts and still do wrestling training and make my rent living alone like I have been for the last 6-7 years on my own. So I knew that it wasn't possible. EMTs don't make that much money. And I do look back though, and I miss it. I miss the people I worked with, and yeah, I do miss it.
Speaking of training, being an EMT, you must always know that the dangers of professional wrestling. I mean, one move goes wrong and you can seriously hurt your opponent or your partner or even yourself. So can you tell us that during training, how hard was it for you to become a safe wrestler?
I want to say it was easier for me to become a safe wrestler because I don't want to hurt my opponent. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt the people I'm training with or my trainers. And I just knew common knowledge with being a former EMT, just protecting myself, protecting the other person. I want to say it came easy for me, knowing to protect each other and not do things that are, aren't smart. Smarter, not harder.
Definitely. So have you ever come across somebody who could be classified as an unsafe worker in the ring?
Yes. And I want to say just because they didn't get proper training or proper knowledge, or they're just young and excited or inexperienced. And, there's a lot of wrestling out there that's just overexposed, and people need better training before they actually do get on shows and events. So I'll say yes for, in that sense.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So training part, let's talk about it a little more. What did you enjoy more? Was it the wrestling or was it the promos? What part of training was like you always looked forward to?
Oh, I mean, I cut my first promo when I actually auditioned for 2015 Tough Enough. Tough Enough's
Yes.
WWE's 2015. And they aired my promo video on pay-per-views, commercials. I got an interview, but I didn't quite make the cut of the show. But I'm happy I didn't, because I learned so much more throughout the years of training and cutting promos, and my whole entire character and the brand that I've created as Amber Nova, your American muscle mechanic, pro wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
And I've really branded myself. I've learned so much. So yeah, I still enjoy the journey of training, because you're never done training. There's nothing that you can never not learn when it comes to wrestling. It's always evolving.
Very true. Very true. And, you talk about building your brand. I mean, you've been in wrestling for about 5 years, and in such a short time, you have really built a brand for yourself and made a name for yourself. I mean, there is a certain level of respect that is attached to the name Amber Noah. And it's very well deserved and very well earned. I mean, you've worked Indies, you've worked Impact, even worked WWE NXT. It's incredible, Amber, really.
Thank you. I also was tuning up the world in 2019. I wrestled in London, South Africa, and Panama within 6 months.
That's crazy.
And then 2020 happened.
Oh yeah,
and everybody got put on hold.
Definitely. And how was it working, outside of America and all these international destinations? How did it feel? How was the crowd reaction that you got?
It was incredible. The hospitality all these people showed me. I mean, I got my first ever "Thank you, Amber" chant from the crowd in Panama, which I've been in talks with Panama going back. I just love their energy. South Africa, London, the people, the hospitality, the experience. It was amazing. And, if you're a very humble and grateful person like myself, you'll take in that experience and you'll just eat it up. I mean, it's just amazing. I know some people, maybe they didn't have good experiences, but my experiences were just fantastic with the people and learning. And I just can't wait to go back out of country and go wrestle my international travel again and tune up the world again, right?
Sure. I mean, it's just the beginning. And even when we talk about America, you've wrestled all across the country. What is your absolute favorite state when it comes to wrestling in America?
Oh, my favorite state.
This must be a tough one. I'm pretty sure it's a tough one.
So Florida is where I've gotten most of my experience, because I had my first TV match with Impact Wrestling here in Orlando, Florida. My first matches with NXT here in Orlando, Florida. My first training, my first indie shows, getting experience. A few of my very first matches were girls that are all on WWE or NXT.
Right.
So getting to learn from these veteran girls as well. But lately, I'm just going to go with Texas. I've been really enjoying the crowd in Texas. I've been working with SWE Furies, TV tapings. They have incredible people like Jazz and Malaya Hosaka that overlook the women's division.
Right.
It's a good place to be. So I'm going to say Texas right now.
I want to talk to you a little bit about this whole Me Too movement that happened some time ago. How safe do you think these independent promotions are right now when it comes to, safety regarding women?
Oh, right now, I say a lot of promotions woke up and definitely have been treating women with more respect in the locker rooms or anything like that since the Me Too movement has opened up. Just like any industry with acting and, there's always been that issue. So yes, I want to say now, I've been grateful that I haven't had too many bad experiences that have happened to me. I don't know if I just set off that vibe, don't mess with me or what.
They know you've been kicking ass since you were a kid, so they're not gonna mess with you. You're a fighter. I understand that.
No, it is terrible what's happened to some of those women out there, and I'm glad that the world is changing. And I want to say 2020, the world changed a lot. A lot of things people had to wake up and realize we can't keep living this way, and we need to change the way the world is. And I support that, and I say keep on rocking in the free world. And that's why.
Definitely. Amber, your journey has been incredible. You've been all over the place, independent, international, NXT, Impact. I would ask you which one's your favorite place, but I'm not gonna, because I know that you've loved the WWE since you were a kid. And you've loved that company. And I've loved it too, just as much. I'm pretty sure about that. So how did it feel? I'm going to ask you, how did it feel when you first got the phone call from WWE, asking you to perform at NXT?
It felt great. It felt really great. It was a little unexpected.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how this industry is. It's so spontaneous. You just have to think on your feet, and that's what they do with everything, the production. It was amazing. It was like, okay, all this training, all this hard work, all this sacrifice, moving away from all of my friends, my family, leaving my career job as an EMT behind to pursue professional wrestling. Yeah. Finally was like, okay, I'm doing something right. Because Impact Wrestling, NXT, they wouldn't have kept bringing me back if I couldn't hang in the ring. Oh, yeah. And that's exactly what they said about me there. And I was doing an international travel. I was really working hard to earn a tryout, earn my way there. I got Supernova. I got Nova Drive. Nothing's slowing me down.
Everything going, so nothing's stopping you. I know that. So while in NXT, did you get a chance to meet, you know, some of the big shots like Triple H or somebody like that?
Yes, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, so many of the great talent. You know, I got to wrestle two of the top women from Japan, Io Shirai and Kairi Sane. You did. So yes, I've been blessed to meet and even like say that I've been a co-worker with these people that I even grew up watching as a kid. So I know that all my hard work, dedication, sacrifice, training has earned me to where I'm going. Because I'm not done. My journey, I'm still hitting the road.
Definitely, of course, yeah. I mean, you're still just getting started, and I'll tell you, whenever I talk to fans, you know, I talk to a lot of fans, and I say the name Amber Noah, everybody knows it. Even if there are fans who just watch WWE and nothing else, they know Amber Noah. That's the impact that you've made in the industry. It's incredible. But Amber, something that WWE is very notorious about, I've got to ask you about that. When WWE hires you in the future, and I'm going to say when, not if, when they hire you in the future, and they decide to change your name and get rid of the Nova part, would you be open to that, or would that be a problem?
No, Nova part.
Yeah.
Nova, I don't think that's going anywhere. I don't know. Maybe they want to change it, but this brand, this character, I mean, I can't be Amber Chevelle. I don't drive a Chevelle. I'm your American muscle mechanic. I really do change my own oil right here for the garage, my grease rags, you know, signature, everything. Like, and it's not just a gimmick. Like, I'm breaking the stigma.
You are.
With beautiful women that can be sexy and nerdy and confident and work on cars, and you can be a jack of all trades, a Jill of all trades. I want to break the stigma with women, you know, mechanics, classic cars, everything. So to change my name and my brand, I mean, sure, that obviously that can be an option to put on the table. Why not? Definitely. But I've seen WWE recently, a lot of their talent that's been signed keep their original names, like Mia Yim.
Yeah.
Many women that I wrestled on the indies that kept their names and didn't change it. So it just depends. Could be an option, maybe not. So either way, I'm ready to give a tune-up.
Love it. I love it.
Amber Nova.
Amber Noah. We've seen wrestlers like John Cena, you know, Alberto Del Rio, Eddie Guerrero drive down the ramp to the ring. And I would love to see Amber Noah doing the same every day, every week on TV. That would be something very special.
Amber Nova most definitely needs to drive any American muscle car. It doesn't have to be a Nova. I mean, it'd be great if it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could drive a classic car to the ring. I actually have done that before here at these local wrestling shows that we were doing here in Orlando, like Orlando Weekly's beer festivals or Earth Day birthdays, where they put on big rock concerts. Chris Jericho's band Fozzy played, and we had the ring set up, and we just did matches all day long. Just went out there and kicked ass.
That's
and I was just match after match after match going out there, and I drove my car to the ring a couple times. So outdoor events, but I have yet to do it inside a venue.
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. I can already imagine WrestleMania, 70,000 people in the ring, and you just, you know, in the arena, and you drive down. It will happen, Amber. I know that for sure.
My options are open, and wherever I can really shift gears and get under the hood with a women's division out there, I'm all for it. I just want to make sure if I go in, I'm going in to give a tune-up and make my name, make my story heard, break that stigma that I've been working on, branding myself. So, yeah, my options are definitely open, and I am looking to square up with TV production out there.
Definitely, because I honestly, personally, I can't wait to see you on my TV screen every single week. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm sure that you must have made some incredible, very special friends in the business so far. So can you tell us, can you name just a few of your absolute favorite partners or your favorite travel buddies that you've made so far?
Wow, yes. I mean, I've gotten to work with Gail Kim. Like I said, I watched her growing up, Victoria,
Oh, yeah.
Melina. I mean, the list goes on of the women that I used to watch growing up and now I'm working with and been, you know, learning from, and it's just amazing. And then not just them, but guys as well. Like, I mean, old school, like I loved watching, you know, Goldberg, Booker T, Sting. Those guys had the drive and the passion that really just, you know,
yeah,
just brings that out of you that made me love professional wrestling. You know, Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man and Shawn Michaels. I mean, the list just goes on and on. I mean, Eddie Guerrero, Steamboat. I mean, I've gotten to be on a show with him before, met him. He's great. I've learned from Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. I mean, the list goes on and on of the people I've learned from, and I'm grateful to say that I have. I went to South Africa with Wes Briscoe and Michael Tarver. You know, learning from these guys. They were like big brothers, you know, watching out for me. And
right.
We were actually supposed to go back again to South Africa, and unfortunately that didn't happen. And in other sad news, the promoter there, AJ, that runs the African Wrestling Alliance promotion, passed away. So, I mean, it's just hard times all over the world. It was just heartbreaking to hear because he took such good care of me, and that hospitality him and his family showed me, I will never forget. And I do hope to come back one day and see his daughters and just hopefully bring them joy. I mean, life is so short, and that's why I decided to go after my dream of professional wrestling and become this real life superhero, not some knockoff comic book character that's already been done, but create my own original, authentic, never before person that I am as a real person in real life, and bring it to life and tell that story in the ring and inspire young women to do whatever they want to do in life because they can. Exactly. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing.
I mean, it's incredible. The character, the wrestling character that you are, it's not a gimmick. It's just who you are. And that's wonderful and so realistic. I mean, when girls look at you, they would want to be you. They would want to be into cars. They would want to be into wrestling. And that's what's so beautiful about you. It's amazing. It's incredible, Amber, really.
Thank you. It means a lot.
We were just talking about, your opponents and friends. I want to talk to you about, is there anybody that you have in mind, any wrestler in the big leagues, such as WWE or AEW, any wrestler who you would want to go one-on-one against?
Oh, wow. I mean, the list goes on and on.
You gotta give me one name, that one person.
That one person.
That one person, yeah.
That one person.
Oh, yeah.
Man. I don't know if it would be Charlotte Flair, if it would be Lacey Evans, who I absolutely love. We actually are from the same hometown.
Yeah.
I love the We Can Do It, the women power, all of it. Sasha Banks.
Right.
I mean, the list just could go on and on, like Toni Storm, all these women that have so much experience. And
oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, I don't know where to stop. The list would just go on and on. I want to get in the ring with everybody.
I know. I mean, you will. But, it's kind of, I'm putting you on the spot here. But if I ask you to cut a promo on anyone that you would want to get in the ring against, just cut a little short promo for a few seconds, and maybe they'll respond when they see it. Would you be willing to do it?
Sure.
Let's do it. So any one wrestler that you want to go against and want to challenge to meet you in the ring, let's do it.
Let's see. Amber Nova's here, coming to you from the garage, and I'm looking to get under the hood with the women's division, any women's division, because I know if I get in there, greased up, revved up, I'll be ready to tune up any woman. Let's just say even the top female in WWE, Charlotte Flair. I have so much respect for her hard work, what she's done to this women's division in professional wrestling. She really did help break the stigma like I'm trying to do myself with being an American Muscle Mechanic pro wrestler. Breaking the stigma, opening up doors, knocking down those doors. I mean, I'll plow through some doors myself. So I guess if I had to choose one woman, Charlotte Flair. I mean, I wasn't handed a platform and I wasn't born a second, third generation wrestler like some others out there. No, I was handed a wrench. And that wrench got me where I am now. You want something done, you got to do it yourself.
Wow.
So, geared up, revved up, I'd step in the ring to tune up Charlotte Flair.
That is incredible. You know, I literally got goosebumps right now just from your promo. It's incredible. And when you listed all these names, in the back of my head, I was like, I hope she picks Charlotte Flair because I would love to see that match. I mean, it's like a princess, you know, against the princess, but these are two different kind of, you know, I would say a princess and a queen. You're the queen because you're so much more realistic to everybody out there. And it would be just an incredible match. It would be just the story.
Well, it would be the queen versus the supernova.
I love that. I love that.
Superhero, supernova. I don't need to be a princess. I know she's a queen.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if I'm such a princess.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
More of a supernova.
Supernova. I love that. I absolutely love that. I've got goosebumps, and I don't know why, but I've got this very strong feeling, you know, I'm sort of an astrologer myself when it comes to wrestling. I've got this feeling that this match is going to happen. It's going to happen. Yeah. I can't wait. All right. So, Amber, it was such fun talking to you. You're incredible. Your story is incredible. And honestly, I can't wait to see you on my TV screen anytime soon. You've got to make it happen very quickly. And I know you will.
I agree. Nova World Order. Let's make it happen.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So, Amber, before I let you go, I'm just going to ask you one more question. Because everybody keeps telling me that I've got a really bad taste in music. I want to ask you, what are some of your favorite songs that you listen to when you're out on a long drive in your Nova?
Oh, wow. Cruising. All right, so first rule with the Nova and driving. Driver picks the music, shotgun shuts their cake hole. But not many people ride shotgun with me. I'm more of a solo rider. Favorite tunes to blare. I got to go with Bush, Machine Head, my entrance music when I come to the ring, or my other entrance music, Shook Me All Night Long, AC/DC. I love classic American rock and roll, but don't get me wrong, I like country. I mean, I grew up listening to Jeezy, Lil Wayne. I listen to everything. I can jam out to so many different styles. So that's just a little taste.
I love that. You know, people ask me all the time, what genre are you into? Only I don't know what genre, man. I listen to anything that sounds good, you know, and that's what you are. I love it. Perfect. Thank you so much, Amber. It was a pleasure talking to you. Before you go, can you just let us know about your social media handles where people can follow you and stay up to date with your journey?
Absolutely. So if you want to get familiar with me or my matches, YouTube, Amber Nova. Check me out on my social media. It's Amber Nova 73, hence the 73 Nova. No, I wasn't born that year. I get that question.
Okay.
So Amber Nova 73, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can get geared up with me, Pro Wrestling Tees /Amber Nova. You can order your own signature, custom handmade by yours truly, grease rags to have in your garage, autographed posters, photos, just email or DM inquiries, and follow my journey.
Perfect, Amber. And all of you listening right now, all the links that Amber just mentioned are down in the bio, so feel free to order your t-shirt, your geared up, and get geared up with Amber. Thank you so much, Amber. It was great talking to you, and we look forward to having you back on the show again. Thank you.
Thank you.